Hello, everyone. I'm Nidhi Modi, and I'm a verbal trainer at Time Institute, Jaipur. And today I'll be taking an analysis of the IPM 23 paper. As such, I'm associated with Time Jaipur for long now, and I take the verbal section over here for all areas of English for all competitive exams, majorly the CAT exams and the UG exams, that is your IPM and CLAT examination. So today we are going to do the analysis of the the IPM 23 paper, and that is the verbal ability section that we'll be going in for. Before starting with the analysis, you all must be having this general information that what IPM Indore is all about, how many questions in totality they are asked, how many questions in the verbal ability section are there. There are majorly 45 questions asked in the verbal ability section, wherein for every correct answer you get +4 and for every wrong answer you get -1. So that is the structure. The negative marking part is there. There are certain questions which are considered to be the non-MCQ questions, that is the no multiple choice questions, wherein the options are not given to you. You are given a block is given to you, and you have to frame and write down your answers. They're also called as TETA questions. They're also majorly they are questions based on your verbal reasoning part, that is your parajumbles, arrangement of sentences. These questions are in that, the non-MCQ questions are in that category. So today we'll be analyzing the whole verbal ability section, which comprises majorly of the areas, that is the reading comprehension. There are ideally 2 passages asked in reading comprehension. Then you have certain questions based on grammar, that is the contextual usage of the various parts of speech. Then some parts of vocabulary are being tested, that is the fill in the blanks in the form of fill in the blanks, in the forms of idioms and phrases, the phrasal verbs. And the best part is that they are not asking you direct questions on vocabulary, but they are application-based questions are there. So even if you don't know the exact meaning of the word, you can always try to understand from the tone of the sentence and then answer these questions. So they are always doable questions. At least you should give it a try without attempting, without seeing it. You should not leave these questions unattempted, because many a times, even if I don't know the exact meaning of that word, I can make out a guess by elimination, by understanding the tone of the statement. So there are certain idioms and phrases, phrasal verbs, and word meanings, fill in the blanks based questions are there. Then we have the para completion questions, wherein you have different types of para completion there, wherein the introduction is there, the conclusion is there, and fill in the blanks, the sentence, fill in the blanks in the form of paragraph completion is there. That is, the middle part is removed, and you have to place a sentence that is given in the paragraph. You have to choose which sentence will come in that particular paragraph. So these are the para completion questions. You have para jumbles question. You also might have certain odd one out questions. So these are the various varieties of questions, various questions that are asked in the IPM exam. Now, aptitude tests always are based on the concept of unpredictability. So we cannot be sure anytime whether it is CAT, whether it is IPM MAT, or whether it is any kind of exams. You cannot be sure that this was asked in the previous year or this was asked before last year. So this year also this will be asked. You cannot be sure at all. So we just prepare ourselves for the best paper we can attempt in the best possible way, without considering this fact that this question was asked previous year, so this will be asked this year also, because there is no such thing called predictability in these kinds of exams. So one thing you should be sure, definitely we need to do all varieties of questions that has been asked in the previous years in these examinations. We need to be well versed, and we should be prepared with anything new which can come as a surprise and or as a shock in front of us. That is the beauty of aptitude exams, and that is why it is said that it is not something which you have done it in your school days. It is something like that. It is absolutely a new concept and a different approach that you need to apply when you are going in for these aptitude tests. So let's start with the section. Let's start with the verbal ability section of IPM 23 paper, IPM Indore, and let's see what varieties of questions are there. So first two questions structure is the passages. So let's go in for the first passage. Now, how we need to attempt the passages, you need to see that what is the level of the passage. If the passage, while reading the passage, if you see that the level of the passage is easy, what you have to do is you have to read in one go and try to understand or grab that passage so nicely that while doing the questions, try it out that you do not come back to the passage again. You don't need to come back to the passage if the passage is easy. So if I consider IPM 23 paper, the passages were quite easy. And once we read the passage, we'll try to solve the questions without coming back to the passage again. So let's start with the first passage, and the two passages are easy. So I would suggest that when you are solving this passage, you will see that you need to attempt all the questions in these passages without leaving any of the questions unattempted. So the passage was simple. Now let's read the passage. The general idea of being fit is usually assumed to be exercising regularly and having a healthy diet. It's true to some extent, but this is not always the case. So wherever the but word comes, you need to pay more attention, because here the author's idea is trying to change. But, yet, though, although, these are all called as transformatory words. They transform the author's idea. They transform the author's way of or tone of the statement. So, but this is not always the case. People don't realize that sleep always plays a crucial part when it comes to physical and mental well-being. It is a restorative process which shouldn't be negotiable. So in the first paragraph only, it has given us the importance of sleep. It is a restorative process and it should not be negotiable. Hectic working hours, increasing stress levels, and an unhealthy lifestyle can cause irregular sleep patterns. So it has come up with sleep. In sleep, it is now talking about irregular sleep patterns in the second paragraph. These not only disturb one's routine. Now, what do these irregular sleep patterns cause? That is what it is talking about. These not only disturb one's daily routine, but can also hamper one's health. Leading to lifestyle conditions like deranged cholesterol and diabetes. It is a preconceived notion that cholesterol and diabetes are usually genetic diseases, and unhealthy eating patterns and lifestyle exacerbate them. Exacerbate means increase them, aggravate them. It is not generally known that sleep deprivation can put, deprivation means sleep, like when you have loss of sleep. Sleep deprivation can put a person at risk of both deranged cholesterol and diabetes. Sleep helps your body and mind repair and recharge themselves, but things go awry if one is sleep deprived. Insomnia is again lack of sleep, can generally make the body work abnormally. It affects the mental and physical abilities to prepare the body for the next day. It leaves the brain exhausted, affecting the natural functioning of the body. So it will leave the brain exhausted, and natural mental and physical abilities will not be able to work, and the body will not function properly. So again, sleep deprivation, what it is causing, it's talking about that. Lack of sleep can lead to higher cholesterol and blood pressure. Sleep deprivation can lower levels of leptin, a hormone that stabilizes metabolism and appetite. So going deep into sleep deprivation now, this can also lead to obesity if left unchecked. Sleep deprivation has been found to raise levels of ghrelin, the hunger hormone. It will raise the levels of that and decrease level of leptin, the satiety hormone. Satiety hormone is satisfying hormone. That is why people seek relief in foods that raise the blood pressure. The American Academy of Sleep Medicine recommends that adults should get minimum of 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night. Staying up late can lead to consuming unhealthy snacks and junk food and carbs and high in carb food, high in carbs and sugar. All this increase. Now, all this thing increase the risk of type 2 diabetes and is equally connected to obesity. So ideally, it enhances, it increases, leads to obesity and also leads to diabetes and these kinds of diseases. Just like any other routine, having a definite sleeping pattern can help a person maintain a cycle of rest and activity. So last paragraph, it is talking about the solutions. It is giving us the advice. It has come up to a suggestive tone. Other paragraphs were talking about its effects, what it affects, how it affects the body mentally and physically. And last paragraph, if you consider the idea flow of the passage, it comes to a kind of suggestive tone. An idea flow is what comes at the end of the passage. That is the idea that the author is trying to convey. So just like any other routine, having a definite sleeping pattern can help a person maintain a cycle of rest and activity. Sleeping at the same time every day and waking up on time will encourage quality sleep. Again, another advice. Proper relaxation of body and mind before sleeping means that one should keep the mobile phone aside for at least half an hour before bed. It helps if the room is dark and quiet. Plus, one can always read a good book or listen to soothing music, which can lull one into deep sleep. So again, a kind of advice that is giving for getting a good sleep before going to bed. So all these, the whole passage is based on sleep, the importance of sleep, what it causes, and having a good sleep pattern is required, and lack of sleep and its consequences is what it is majorly talking about. And last में जाते जाते ऑथर ने हमें एक एडवाइस देने का बात किया है. लास्ट तक जाते जाते ऑथर एक सजेस्टिव टोन, एडवाइजरी टोन में चला जा रहा है कि what should be done to have a good sleep for our body. So let's now go to the question types. Hope you all understood the passage very clearly. Let's go to the questions and let's try to solve the questions without coming back to the passage. Let's see whether we can solve these questions or not. Being deprived of sleep can result in, you can easily eliminate the options and then also come to it. Being deprived of sleep, if you have lack of sleep, what it causes? Terminal illness means these all problems that is discussed was not illness. It is kind of sickness. That is obesity. Illness is a kind of disease which cannot be cured. So terminal illness, it is not talking about that. Hunger satiation is not it is talking about. It is basically not leading to hunger satiation. Hunger is not satisfied when you lack sleep. And metabolism loss is one of the points. Major things is mental exhaustion. If I come back to the passage and prove my answer, this is given in the second paragraph. That is your mental well-being. First paragraph only, that people don't realize that sleep also plays a crucial part when it comes to physical and mental well-being. And it is basically, it is trying to give us a point that it is disturbs the routine and it causes the person, its natural functioning in the body, it causes kind of exhaustion to the body. That is what it is talking about in the third paragraph. If you read that, it affects the mental and physical abilities to prepare the body for the next day. It leaves the brain exhausted, affecting the natural functioning of the body. So it is mental exhaustion. That is the answer. Next, in what way does sleep contribute to the person's well-being? It was there in the first paragraph. If you see that it is a restorative process which shouldn't be negotiable. So it is what it should be. It is by helping the body replenish its resources is a correct answer. By adding power and strength to muscles, no. By increasing a person's appetite, no. By regularizing a person's daily routine, these are all parts. But what is the well-being is contributed? It is how it is contributed. It is by helping the body replenish its resources because it is a restorative process. Next, in order to remain physically fit, one must maintain a set sleep pattern, snack frequently, raise levels of ghrelin, read a good book every night. Now, the answer is, although some of the parts are there, but the major part is to maintain a good sleeping pattern. So answer is maintain a set sleep pattern. I don't think so. You need to go back to the passage to read it and find it out. The main focus of the passage is on, what is the main focus of the passage? Sleep and its lack of sleep and its consequences. So what it will be? Perils of insomnia. Perils is disadvantages of insomnia, that is lack of sleep, and irregular sleep patterns. I hope We don't have to look at any other option in this case. So instead of wasting time looking at other options, we can directly tick on this option A. If you know the meaning of the word perils, you can easily find out perils is dangers or the harmful effects of insomnia and irregular sleep patterns. So 49th is A. 50. As per the passage, which of these sentences is not correct? Now, in these types of questions, at times, here the passage is easy. So we'll try to do without going back to the passage. But in these type of questions where you have to find out the statement which is true, which is not true, here you have to go back to the passage again and again and find it out which all options are true. So as per the passage, which of these sentences is not correct? So let's see. One's body and mind should be properly relaxed to ensure good sleep. Insufficient sleep can lead to obesity. This is absolutely correct. First one was also correct. Irregular sleep patterns can result in health problems. That is also correct. And regular exercising and eating healthy food alone ensures fitness. No. Regular, it says only regular exercising and eating healthy food is not going to assure fitness. It's also the sleep, which is proper sleep. If you have, that is going to ensure fitness and mental well-being. So D is the one which is not correct. A, B, C are absolutely correct options, right? The objective of the passage, the objective is, why is the author writing this passage? What does he want to show us, or what does he want to advise the reader? What does he want to tell the reader by reading this passage? What do you understand? Provide a medical input to the reader? No, he's not providing any medical input. Advise the reader? Yes, definitely he's advising a reader. Present psychological insights to the reader. There's no psychological insights presented. And expose the reader to disinformation. There's no disinformation there. So it is advice to the reader related to sleep deprivation problems. Okay. So B is the right answer in this case. I hope you all understood this passage very clearly. Let's move on directly to the second passage. Let's see what it is talking about. Now let's read this passage. It's an interesting passage. 2 Apple stores in Delhi and Mumbai opened in April 23. Until now, Indians could buy Apple products in the country either online or through a vast network of what the company calls premium resellers. Will the newfound ability to sell products directly to the customers in India, the world's second largest smartphone market, impact its fortune here? Apple has long tried to open physical retail stores in India. In 2019, the Indian government relaxed some investment rules, exempting companies selling cutting-edge items such as Apple's iPhone and iPads from restrictions. So Indian government did something good. It relaxed certain rules, government rules were relaxed, and the companies were exempted from selling cutting-edge items such as Apple iPhones and iPads from restrictions. Apple's first launched an online store in India through a website which allows users to request the customized products. Apple's decision to open physical stores in India could be means it's a futuristic approach, could be the next step in its branding strategy. It is not as if this will change Apple's sale in any dramatic way, but again, this is important, but it is still a key milestone, one that will allow Apple to deliver to Indian customers the full Apple experience. Now, this is important. One is it is going to enhance the next step in the branding strategy. Next is it is not as if this will change the Apple sales. So it's not for increasing or enhancing the sales of Apple products, but Apple has opened its online store. It's opened its physical store so that it will allow Apple to deliver to Indian customers the full Apple experience. People will visit and experience the products. The iPhone is still an aspirational product in the price-sensitive Indian market. When you launch an Apple store, you're basically giving a premium experience to your premium customers. It might not pull up the sales. Again, it is telling you that opening up the physical store might not pull up the sales, but it pulls more people into the Apple ecosystem. Setting up an Apple store in India is also a statement that the country is now big enough. So first one was, why did they open the Apple store in India? So that people can experience, customers can experience that Apple ecosystem. Secondly, now India is now big enough for Apple to be actually interested in expanding operations here, and comes at a time when India is rising fast as a manufacturing base for the iPhone. Apple, so manufacturing is also being done in India. So Apple is opening up a physical store in India. Apple first began making a lower end model of iPhone in India in 2017. The first product of iPhone was manufactured in India in 2017. Last year, it began producing its latest model of iPhone 14 in the country, which now accounts for 5% of the total iPhone production. So production has also started in India. For years, Apple had relied on China's sophisticated manufacturing network to produce the bulk of its products. But analysis predict that by 2025, a quarter of all iPhones the company makes could be produced in India. Could be. So futuristic approach. Apple was already making between 5 to 7% of its product in India, and they are targeting up to 25% of the manufacturing capacity. In 2022, Apple had a 60% market share in the Indian premium smartphone market, which refers to mobiles that cost INR 40,000 or more, ahead of Samsung's 21% share. So Apple was selling more than Samsung. Apple is doing well across categories. The real challenge, the real issue is the challenge will be to pull customers to these flagship centers without alienating partner sellers. That is, they have partnered with various sellers. So if Apple opens up a store, the physical store, it might be that people might not go to those partner sellers and they will come to their Apple store. Apple does not want to do that. It does not want to harm their partner sellers. So it says that real challenging issue will be to pull the customers to their store without hampering the sales of the partner sellers, which they have made it before opening up a physical store. Alienating is separating. Apple has finally understood what it has understood, that India's premium market is growing. So why not be serious about it? So India is a good market for a premium market is growing. People want premium products now, and people will be purchasing premium products. So why not? Apple should also become serious and sell these premium products to Indian customers. So this is all about Apple. It's opening up the stores, physical stores, reason, and its futuristic motive behind opening the Apple stores in India. So this is what it is all about. I hope it is lots of facts and figures are also given to us. So based on these questions might be asked. So let's see what all questions are in store for us. Apple's challenge. Now, challenge is the main issue, the last part of the question. That is, without alienating the selling partners, Apple should be able to draw the customers to its store. Apple's challenge while opening physical store is to provide stimulation that draws customers away from the other sellers. This is wrong. Offer parallel products packaged more attractively, not at all given in the paragraph. Retain links with their partner sellers while drawing. While means simultaneously drawing customers to their store. This is the right answer. And subtly alienate customers away from the competitors, not at all there. So answer is 52 is C is the right answer. This we have discussed also. 53. The Apple retail stores in India will bring in more customers and increase sales. It has always given you twice it has given you that Apple does not want to increase the scales. It is more about bringing the customers into the Apple ecosystem, not have any impact of Apple's image, galat, drive healthy competition in the smartphone market, or not materially impact the sales of iPhone. So definitely not materially impact the sales of iPhone. It is not materialistic. It's not going to make sales in that. So Apple restores in India will not materially impact the sales of iPhone. It wants to bring more customers into the Apple's ecosystem. Apple's aim is not only to increase sales of its iPhones, but to draw people into Apple's ecosystem. In the context of the passage, this statement means that Apple seeks to means wants to, attract customers to buy its phone through innovative means, attract customers by displaying a wide range of aesthetically designed products, be the market leader in the world of premium smartphones, or bring customers into a network of related products which it offers. So definitely ecosystem means bring in the customers into the network. So D will be the right answer, as we have already discussed previously. So I hope you all are getting it right. Simple. If you understand the passage, then I think that answering the questions is not difficult. And these questions, all the questions of both the passages are definitely a must for everyone to answer. I don't think so. There is a single question which you should not answer it, or which is creating a kind of confusion in the options also. The main point of the passage makes is that Apple has realized the strategic importance of the Indian market, needs physical stores to expand sales to more buyers of premium products. iPhone was already popular in India, or needs new branding and marketing strategies to compete with Samsung? No, not at all. It has realized the strategic importance of Indian market. That is what it was given at the end of the passage. Apple has finally understood that India's premium market is growing. So why not be serious about it? The answer lies over here. Okay? So 55 is option A is the right answer. Next, India is now the focus of Apple operations. Because why it is the focus of operations? Because of the manufacturing. It offers the benefit of manufacturing base in addition to market. So market is there. Definitely premium customers are there. But also it has got a manufacturing base also. So answer is A. I don't think so. You need to look into any other options apart from A. The answer is absolutely A. And based on the passage, which of the following is not true? Not true means which of the following is false. So again, this is simple. We can do it without going to the passage. But at times, if you want to confirm whether it is there in the passage, you can just go. iPhone 14 is being manufactured in India. It is being manufactured. iPhone 14 is being, which is true. You have to find out a not true statement. So if you can recall, iPhone 14 is being manufactured in India. It is given over there. In the first, second, and third paragraph, right? It is third paragraph, last line it is given. Then question number, regulatory restrictions were eased in 2023. Regulatory restrictions were not eased in 2023. They were eased in 2019. First paragraph, second last line. In 2019, the Indian government relaxed some investment rules. So regulations were eased in 2023. Manufacturing of iPhones in India commenced in 2017. Yes, the lowest model was manufactured in 2017. And currently 5 to 7% of all iPhones are manufactured in India. That is also given to you. So B option is the wrong one, which states the year is mentioned wrong, and year should be 2019, not 2023. So B option is not true. Okay. So we have done these two passages. Passages were quite simple and doable, and it requires no efforts. And I think it should be definitely these 45 to 57 questions definitely needs to be done. None of the single question needs to be unattempted. You have to attempt all these questions and score good marks in this. Up here comes the grammatical part, that is the phrasal verbs. Here you can always give it a try. That is, once you feel that you don't know it, absolutely you don't have any idea, you can try to leave it off. But otherwise, you can always try to do these questions. So if you ask me to give you a rough estimate for the cost of the project, dash, I would say 30 lakhs. So off the mark, off the grid, off the cuff, and off the mic. So off the mark means something which is incorrect. Off the mark है, बिल्कुल mark से ऊपर बाहर ही चला गया है, बिल्कुल incorrect है. Off the grid is basically used for electricity, public utility services like electricity. So without using, when you are not using the public utility services like electricity and all, we say we are off the grid. And off the cuff means without any preparation, impromptu. Without any preparation, I would say 30 lakhs. Off the mic is you are away from the mic on a public speaking platform. So that is not definitely not there. So if you ask me to give me a rough estimate for the cost of the project, without preparation, I would say 30 lakhs. So answer is off the cuff. So these are all phrasal verbs. 59. The nasty comments. The nasty means negative. The nasty comments made by strangers on social media platforms about the actor made him ill at heart. Ill at heart means when you're feeling very sad and unhappy. Ill and ache is not feeling well. Ill in heart is again to be sad. And ill at ease means not feeling comfortable. So when you see some criticizing comments made by the strangers, you don't feel unhappy or sad or depressed. Basically, you feel uncomfortable. So correct word is ill at ease, right? So this is the correct word, ill at ease. Although you might feel unhappy, but majorly nasty comments make you feel uncomfortable, not feeling sad and unhappy. The correct word is ill at ease. The new car has disappointed its buyers in many ways, and good mileage is its only. So there is a new car which has disappointed the buyers in many ways. Only there is one good thing that is saved it, or that is good in this car. That is what is saving the grace. Grace matlab उसका अच्छाई उसको बचा के रखी है. सारी कार्स की प्रॉब्लम्स जो थी, सारी चीजें उसको डिसअपॉइंट किया है. सिर्फ गुड माइलेज है जो उसका उसको नाम बर्बाद होने से बचाया उसने. सो दैट इज सेविंग ग्रेस. सेविंग फेस इज नॉट द राइट वे. सेविंग फेस का मतलब होता है टू अवॉइड ह्यूमिलिएशन, इंसल्ट. Saving praise or saving case कुछ word ही नहीं होता है. So saving grace is the correct word here, not saving face. Saving face is when you avoid some insult or humiliation from someone. Meena is very arrogant and class conscious. So Meena is very arrogant and class conscious. She refuses to acknowledge Sunil because she feels he's a man. So definitely she must be feeling that Sunil is a man of kind of less important to him. That is why she feels she's class conscious. Of no importance is a different term. No importance means bilkul hi nahi hai, zero hai. So that is not the correct one. Great importance hoga hi nahi. Some importance bhi nahi hoga. So it is of less importance. When you talk about the degree, you use the word less. When you say lower importance, lower and all, degree की हम बात करेंगे, level की हम बात करेंगे, तब हम क्या use करेंगे word? It is basically less importance. So 61 is C is the right answer. 62. Some big shots know how to escape the law. Big shots मतलब बड़े लोगों को पता है law को कैसे escape करना है, भागना कैसे उस law से, even after they violate it. It is, however, the dash who are more often apprehended and punished. So बड़े लोग तो आराम से छूट जाते हैं, उनको पता होता है कि वो escape कर जाते हैं law को, चाहे वो खुद वायलेट कर रहे हैं, चाहे वो खुद फ्लाउट कर रहे हैं रूल्स को. लेकिन छोटे लोग जो होते हैं वो जल्दी से पकड़े जाते हैं और पनिश भी किए जाते हैं. अब छोटे लोग के लिए क्या यूज करोगे? स्मॉल फ्राई इज बेसिकली इनसिग्निफिकेंट पीपल, नॉट एट ऑल इंपॉर्टेंट, इनसिग्निफिकेंट, जिनको कोई जानता ही नहीं है. टाइनी शॉट्स इज यूज्ड इन केस ऑफ ड्रिंक्स. टाइनी फिश, that is something which is very small. Tiny fishes, we all know it, and small fish. You must have heard one particular debatable topic is there, where many a times it has been given in the group discussions also. So would you like to be a big fish in a small pond or a small fish in a big pond? What does it mean? That आप कोई बड़ी पोजीशन पे जाना चाहते हो छोटी कंपनी में, या छोटी बड़ी कंपनी में एक छोटी पोजीशन पे जाना चाहते हो. सो इट इज अ स्मॉल फिश which is talking about small fish who are more often apprehended and punished. So it will be the D option, not the tiny fish, but the small fish here, big and small. So big shots and small fish. A few brands tailor their pants in such a way that it is easy for people with prosthetic legs to put them on. So they make a customized pants which is used for specially abled people, some people who have lost their legs in some case, or they have a problem in their legs, they are able to easily wear it. This is how they go. So एक नॉर्मल पैंट्स ही बना रहे हैं, लेकिन ऐसी पैंट्स भी बना रहे हैं कि जो लोगों के प्रोस्थेटिक लेग्स हैं वो भी पहन पा रहे हैं, तो वो एक एक्स्ट्रा माइल जा रहे हैं, दे आर गोइंग एन एक्स्ट्रा माइल. सो व्हाट शुड बी द वर्ड हियर? Go the extra mile. Go the entire mile nahi, go the extra mile. That is going beyond their limits and doing something for making these prosthetic legs, people with prosthetic legs comfortable in their pants. Okay? So 63 is C is the right answer. 64. It grieved me dash my friend's serious illness. To hear regarding my friend's serious illness, hearing regarding my friend's serious illness, in hearing my friend's serious illness, yeah, it grieved me to hear of my friend's serious illness. So correct usage is here, to hear of. It grieved me to hear of my friend's serious illness. So fourth, D is the right answer. Next, my aunt Seema was the most generous of all the members of her family. Whenever we went out for dinner, she always insisted to pay for the meal. Now it is, she always insisted that she will be paying for the meal, that she pay for the meal, that she had paid for the meal. Insist कर रही है तो had तो आएगा ही नहीं. से insisted on कोई word ही नहीं होता. Insist करना मतलब ही क्या होता है? To emphasize on, to force on. So insist के साथ on कभी नहीं लगेगा. तो C is gone, D is gone. That she will be paying for the meal. She always insisted that she pay for the meal is the correct usage, not she will be paying for the meal. Okay, so 65 is B is the right answer. Listening to the recording of cricket commentary for the past can be great fun, especially the last few overs when the best players are gone and the tailenders try their best to run between the wickets without getting out. This is when you realize that nothing much has changed, hasn't it? Now here, this is a question of question tag. क्वेश्चन टैग जब कॉमा लगा के एंड में क्वेश्चन लगा देते हैं, क्वेश्चन मार्क आ जाता है, क्वेश्चन टैग बोलते हैं. क्वेश्चन टैग का एक रूल होता है कि इट शुड ऑलवेज बी द अपोजिट वन. दैट इज, अगर स्टेटमेंट की फ्रेमिंग में नेगेटिव स्टेटमेंट है तो क्वेश्चन टैग पॉजिटिव होना चाहिए. अगर एफर्मेटिव सेंटेंस है, पॉजिटिव सेंटेंस है, तो क्वेश्चन टैग उसका अपोजिट होना चाहिए. So when you say, this is when you realize that nothing much has changed, it's a negative statement. Nothing must have changed. तो hasn't it नहीं आएगा. It should be has it. Hasn't it कब आता? Had the sentence be, this is when you realize that much has changed. तब क्या आता? Hasn't it. Because much has changed, it is affirmative sentence. So it would be hasn't it. When the question statement is negative, then the question tag will always be positive. The hasn't it की जगह क्या होना चाहिए? Has it होना चाहिए. And that is only and only given in D option. So आपको कुछ देखने की जरूरत नहीं. अगर आपको वो concept पता है कि question tag will always be the opposite of the statement. If the statement is affirmative, the question tag will be negative. If the statement is negative, the question tag will be positive. You can easily find out the answer. So 66 ka D is the right answer. Next is 67. When you play the Secret Santa, you are expected to buy a gift for whoever you are assigned without letting them know that you are the one who are buying it. ठीक है? अब 67th में क्या होगा? Whomever आएगा. Why? Because see, when we study pronouns, we talk about the cases of pronouns. There are three cases of pronouns: the subjective case, the objective case, and the possessive case. Subjective cases where the pronoun is used as a subject, you use whom, who. And when the pronoun or the noun is used as an object, you use whom. So here, when you play the Secret Santa, you are expected to buy a gift. Who is expected? You. So you is the subject here. You are expected to buy the gift for whom? It is for whom you are expected to buy the gift. For someone you are assigned to. So you are expected to buy the gift for someone. So you is the subject and that someone is the object. So ये यहाँ पे whoever नहीं लगेगा. whomever you are assigned वो लगेगा, A option लगेगा, because here you is a subject and for whom you are buying it is an object, और object के साथ में whom लगता है, subject के साथ में who लगता है. So it is A will be there. It is a case of objective case, and so whomever you are assigned will be used. If you go ahead with the pronouns, there is a topic called cases of pronouns. If you study the rules properly, you will be able to understand it that A will be the right option. Okay, next one. Justin couldn't understand why his friend had refused to work in a company that offered him a huge salary. If it had been him in his friend's place, he would definitely accept such an offer. Now, this is a case of conditional sentence in grammar. In verbs, we talk about verbs and there is an important topic called conditional sentences, जहां पे एक conditional sentence होता है past probability का, wherein the formula says कि अगर if आ रहा है, if वाले part के साथ में आप लगाते हो past perfect tense. So had been is a past perfect tense, had plus verb का third form. And दूसरा side क्या आएगा? If के साथ past perfect and the other side will be would plus have plus verb का third form. So if you had worked hard, you would have secured more marks. So if it had been him in his friend's place, he would have definitely accepted such an offer. So would have definitely accepted such an offer. कौन से option में दे रहा है? Without even looking at the options, you can find out the answer if you know the concept, if you know that rule, if you know that formula. So answer will be 68 का answer is option C is the right answer. ठीक है? 69. The setting of a story affects the story's plot. अब इस केस में 3 कॉन्सेप्ट्स लग रहे हैं. एक तो सब्जेक्ट टू वर्ब का कॉन्सेप्ट, एक वर्ड का कॉन्सेप्ट, वोकैबुलरी का कॉन्सेप्ट, एंड एक पॉजिटिव केस ऑफ नाउन का कॉन्सेप्ट. पहली बात तो है सेटिंग ऑफ अ स्टोरी. सेटिंग इज द सब्जेक्ट हियर. तो सेटिंग ऑफ अ स्टोरी, पहली बात तो इफेक्ट्स इज द consequences and how it affects you is this thing. This is the thing. तो अब इफेक्ट्स तो आएगा नहीं, सो बी तो चला गया. अब अफेक्ट आएगा कि अफेक्ट्स आएगा. सेटिंग इज द सब्जेक्ट, सेटिंग ऑफ द स्टोरी. क्या चीज स्टोरी की? सेटिंग. क्या इफेक्ट करता है? सेटिंग. तो सेटिंग इज अ सब्जेक्ट. सेटिंग अगर सिंगुलर है तो वर्ब भी सिंगुलर लगेगा, एंड सिंगुलर वर्ब कौन सा होता है? जिसमें एस लगता है. तो पहली चीज तो अफेक्ट वर्ड आएगा. अब अफेक्ट और अफेक्ट्स में क्या आएगा? अफेक्ट्स आना चाहिए. So option B is gone because it is effects. Option A is gone because it is only affect. Now we are left with affects the story's plot and affects the story plots. अब story का plot का और की लग जाता है जब हिंदी में, that is called as possessive case of nouns, and the correct usage will be option C, affects the story's plot. Clear? So answer is 69 का C is the right answer. So these were all related to grammatical concepts, subject to verb agreement, conditional sentences, possessive case of nouns. Then we had question tags. ये सारी चीजें इसमें आ गई आपके topics अगर मैं consider करूँ तो these were the topics that were asked in this. Now it's not necessary कि next year भी या उसके next 25 में भी same ही topics आएंगे, ऐसा नहीं है. Grammar as a whole, common errors in English usage आपको करना है, typical school की grammar नहीं करनी है. Next is here it is basically completion of the sentences. How to approach these questions? Now, first of all, that is important. Wherever the blank is given to you, first of all, you have to read the whole sentence or the paragraph which is given to you and try to understand what it is majorly talking about. अगर पैराग्राफ की स्टार्टिंग बोलता है इंट्रोडक्शन, तो आपको पैराग्राफ को इंट्रोड्यूस करता हुआ स्टेटमेंट बोलना है, जनरल स्टेटमेंट होना चाहिए. अगर एंडिंग कर रहा है तो पैराग्राफ का मेन आइडिया से एंड करना चाहिए, ब्लैंक के पहले जो लाइन आ रही है उससे मैच करना चाहिए. अगर मिडिल में सेंटेंस आ रहा है तो पैराग्राफ के पहले और पैराग्राफ के बाद में जो आ रहा है उसको बैलेंस करके हमको सेंटेंस को फिल इन द ब्लैंक करना है. सो लेट्स रीड इट. हियर इट इज इन इंट्रोडक्शन. लेट्स रीड द होल पैराग्राफ वंस. Conflicts are now brewing over rivers. Now, अब conflicts इस पे बढ़ रही हैं. Now brewing over rivers and river basins. तो water के कोई parts बता रहे हैं. Rivers and river basins shared by many countries around the world. This is not unexpected. Not unexpected means it is expected. Given the fact that more than 200 water bodies are shared by 2 or more countries, strife over water, for example, is erupting throughout the Middle East and from the watersheds of the Nile to the Tigris and the Euphrates river. So last वाला example दे रहा है जहां पे आपको water के ऊपर conflicts erupt हो रहे हैं. So it is all talking about water and water से निकलती हुई जो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स हो रही है, झगड़े हो रहे हैं, उनके ऊपर बात कर रहा है. रिवर्स एंड रिवर बेसिन्स पे स्टार्ट हुआ और फिर वाटर बॉडीज के ऊपर स्टार्ट हुआ और वाटर रिवर्स के ऊपर आ गया, फिर पूरा उसके ऊपर आ गया. अब अपन स्टार्टिंग किससे करेंगे? कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स, वाटर से रिलेटेड कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स हो रही है और इसका रीजन दिया हुआ होगा और उसी वजह से ये चीजें कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स राइज हो रही है. सो लेट्स रीड. विद वाटर बिकमिंग इंक्रीजिंगली स्केर्स and development of new sources of water. Just a second. Sorry. Yes. So what it was, sorry, we to move to the last. Yes, sorry. With water becoming increasingly scarce and development of new sources of water extremely costly, international water tensions are expected to rise. Okay? It might be a cliche, but given how scarce it is, water is the new oil of the 21st century. Here, nothing is given about the conflicts part. तो कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स के बारे में कुछ बात नहीं किया है, इसने वाटर को ऑयल से कंपेयर कर दिया. अब इसके साथ में अच्छा होगा या बुरा होगा, वाटर इज द न्यू ऑयल ऑफ 21st सेंचुरी, तो उससे क्या हो जाएगा? इन्फ्लेशन बढ़ेगा, क्या होगा? ऑयल से रिलेशन क्या निकल के आ रहा है? बिकॉज द होल पैराग्राफ इज अबाउट द conflicts that are arising. C option. Fresh water is increasingly in short supply, with nearly 2/3 of the global population living in water stressed conditions. Here also nothing is talking about the conflicts. It's all talking about कि water की scarcity हो रही है. The world does not consider water to be the scarce source it is. Here it is absolutely an opposite form. ऊपर कह रहा है conflicts arise हो रही है, अगर scarce नहीं है तो फिर लड़ाई झगड़े का मतलब ही क्या है? So answer will be 70 का A will be the correct answer. With water becoming increasingly scarce and development of new sources of water extremely costly, international water tensions are expected to rise. And now you can see international water tensions are there over rivers and river basins, then 200 water bodies shared by 2 or more countries, and strife over water, for example, it is arising in these rivers. So A is giving you the complete reason and base of the whole paragraph. So A will be the correct answer in this case. Next question. Here it is in the middle of the paragraph. So we have to see the blank के पहले जो sentence आ रहा है और blank के बाद में जो sentence आ रहा है उससे match करके बताना है. A study of the social and cultural context of Indian poetry in English reveals several important insights into its origin. Indian poetry in English began in Bengal, the province where the British first gained a stronghold. So, Indian poetry सबसे पहले बंगाल में start हुई थी, जहां पे ब्रिटिश ने सबसे पहले अपना जमाया था हक. In addition, this poetry was largely urban phenomenon centered in Calcutta. So Bengal में भी सबसे ज्यादा Indian poetry कहाँ पे आई थी? That is your Bengal in Kolkata. Then gradually it moved to other urban centers such as Madras and Bombay. Even today, Indian poetry in English remains largely urban. Moreover, because English was an elite language, Indian poets writing in English came from the upper classes. So ये यहाँ पे हमको बात करना है कि पोइट्री जो है largely urban area में centered थी, कैलकाटा में, और फिर कह रहा है then gradually, then कब use करते हैं? जब कोई समय दिया हुआ, then it happened. ठीक है? So let's see. The rulers encouraged the natives to write poetry about India only if their mother tongue was English. यहाँ पे then gradually it moved to other urban areas का कोई linking ही नहीं बैठ रहा है. English was seen as an elite language, and so the British felt that only they could use it for poetry. दिस इज नॉट इन द मिडल, बिकॉज ये कैलकाटा की बात कर रहा है और कैलकाटा से मूव किया उसके बाद में, किसी टाइम के या किसी चीज के बाद में वो इन जगह पे मद्रास और मुंबई में यूज किया. The British had decided that poetry about India could reach a larger audience if written in Calcutta. If written, already वो तो poetry centered in Calcutta थी, तो if written in Calcutta का क्या मतलब होता है? अब ये डाउट क्यों कर रहा है कि अगर ये कैलकाटा में लिखी गई, तो ऑलरेडी लिख रहे हैं वो तो कैलकाटा में, तो अब अगर की बात ही नहीं आनी चाहिए. So C is not there because of the word if. In fact, poetry writing for the first 50 years, so time is mentioned, was confined to few families who were residents of Calcutta, so centered in Calcutta. और इनफैक्ट 50 साल तक, फर्स्ट 50 साल तक वो कन्फाइंड थी कुछ फैमिलीज में who were residents of Calcutta. फिर ग्रेजुअली मूव किया उसने मद्रास और मुंबई में. सो दिस प्योरली मैचेस विद द स्टेटमेंट. इट प्योरली डेवलप्स अ proper link between the two sentences, and you can easily find out that D is the right answer. There's no option which is closer by to D in any case. So D is the right answer in this case. In the late 1960s, architect Charles Correa began his career as an urban planner, creating New Bombay, now Navi Mumbai, an urban area that provided housing and job opportunities for many who lived across the harbor from the original city. In the midst of overpopulated cities, he tried to create quasi-rural housing environments. In all of his urban planning commissions, Correa avoided high-rising housing solutions. Now it is the paragraph ending. As I told you, it should match the main idea. एंड ब्लैंक के पहले जो सेंटेंस आ रहा है उससे भी मैच करता हुआ होना चाहिए. सो ये पूरा बात कर रहा है आर्किटेक्ट चार्ल्स कोरिया उसके बारे में, और उसने जो अर्बन प्लानिंग स्टार्ट की नवी मुंबई में, किस तरह के घर वो बना रहा था वो बता रहा है. सो सारी अर्बन प्लानिंग कमीशंस में कोरिया ने क्या किया, हाई राइज स्काई रॉकेटिंग बिल्डिंग्स को अवॉइड किया. जो हाउसिंग सोल्यूशंस जो होते हैं मल्टीपल स्टोरीज हाई राइज बिल्डिंग्स को अवॉइड किया. तो क्या यूज किया होगा उसने. His early work combined traditional architectural values with the modernist use of materials. ये मटेरियल की बात करने लग गया. हम बिल्डिंग के लेवल्स की बात करें कि हाई राइज नहीं बताता है, ये कौन सा मटेरियल यूज कर रहा है ये बताने लगे. इट्स अ न्यू आइडिया दैट हैज बीन एडेड. इट माइट बी अ पार्ट ऑफ पैराग्राफ बट नॉट राइट नाउ. द एंडिंग ऑफ द पैराग्राफ ये नहीं होगा. इट माइट कंटिन्यू द पैराग्राफ लेटर ऑन पार्ट में, हो सकता है कि क्या मटेरियल यूज कर रहा है. He is particularly noted for his sensitivity to the needs of the urban poor, not at all here related. He focused on low-rise dwelling solutions. So Korea avoided high-rise solutions, housing solutions. What he focused on? He focused on low-rise dwelling solutions that emphasize the human scale and created a sense of community. So very good answer, absolutely right answer. Considerations of the Indian climate drove many of his decisions. Again, a new point. Climate हो गया, material हो गया, ये बात ही नहीं कर रहा है. हाई राइज बिल्डिंग को अवॉइड करता था वो, तो लो राइज बिल्डिंग को वो एम्फेसाइज करता था ताकि ह्यूमन स्केल बढ़े और वहां पे कम्युनिटी का सेंस फील हो, सबको लोगों को एक साथ महसूस हो. So 72, C is the perfect answer. Next is 73. Here again, it is the middle of the sentence. The concept of the villa and other European ideas came to Lucknow with foreign soldiers, travelers, and adventurers. For the Nawabs of Lucknow, architecture became the physical manifestation of their new status and a way of proclaiming their alignment to the new power block. So, विला का कॉन्सेप्ट कैसे आया वो बता रहा है. अनदर यूरोपियन आइडियाज लखनऊ में कैसे आया, फॉरेन सोल्जर्स, ट्रैवलर्स एंड एडवेंचर्स के थ्रू आया. लखनऊ के नवाब्स जो थे वो आर्किटेक्चर, उनका आर्किटेक्चर बिकेम द फिजिकल मैनिफेस्टेशन. उनको अगर स्टेटस दिखाना होता था, नवाबी दिखानी होती थी, तो वो कैसे दिखाते थे, उनका आर्किटेक्चर से वो दिखाते थे कि भाई हम लोग यूरोपियन आइडियाज को लेके आ रहे हैं, ये सोच के हम यूरोपियन कल्चर के हिसाब से हम अपना आर्किटेक्चर डिजाइन करते हैं. And a way of proclaiming their alignment to the new power block. Villas hence provided, hence मतलब इसलिए, तो कोई रीजन दिया होगा यहाँ पे जिसकी वजह से कह रहा है villas hence provided an ideal substitute. अब किस चीज का substitute था? Europe sold to the Nawabs the idea of villas. Europe ने नवाब्स को बेचा ideas of villas based on the designs and publications carried by them and often aided by memory. The building chosen as a prototype is a perfect example for the famous Dilkhush Koti was a country house in the Northumberland. So ideally नवाब्स जो थे वो विला को कंस्ट्रक्ट करते थे और उनको एक इलीट फील होता था, और विलास को नवाबी लोग जो थे वो लोग प्रोड्यूस करते थे बिकॉज उनको वो बनाते थे और ताकि उनको नया स्टेटस मिलता था, और इस वजह से विलास हेंस फ्रूट, हेंस इज अ क्लू वर्ड हियर, देयरफॉर. So the villa became the backdrop to both the private as well as the court life of Nawabs. Then it is the Nawabs chose to live in villas because they were easier to construct than palaces. ये palaces की बात ही comparison ही नहीं कर रहा है, so gone. The Nawabs were attracted to European idea and architecture because of their foreignness, or the Nawabs of Lucknow fancied building. So fancied is the physical manifestation that is given over there. Building palaces that resembled British ancestral homes. So their resemblance was there, and that is why it was an ideal substitute. So understood substitute? इसीलिए substitute क्यों बना? Because the Nawabs of Lucknow fancied building palaces that resembled British ancestral homes. उनके जैसा ही बनाते थे, इसकी वजह से विलास जो थे वो क्या हुए? They were an ideal substitute. So substitute से ये match कर रहा है because of its resemblance. They were a substitute. So 73rd D is the perfect answer for this. So these are fill in the blanks. We had two middle blanks, one paragraph for paragraph completion and one for the introduction of the paragraph. So this is here, these questions were there. Now it is the fill in the blanks. Now you all know fill in the blanks हम एक दो करेंगे, एक आध करेंगे to understand the concept, how you need to approach it. So we'll have to read the whole sentence first. सेंटेंस की टोन पता लगानी है मुझे, और उसके बाद ऑप्शंस को फिलअप करके देखना है. कभी कभी फर्स्ट ब्लैंक में आपके दो ऑप्शंस आ सकते हैं, फिर आप सेकेंड ब्लैंक से एलिमिनेट करोगे, थर्ड से एलिमिनेट करोगे, ऐसे करके आप राइट आंसर पे आओ. सो लेट्स सी इट. डैश हैव टू लेबल देयर डैश पोस्ट in order to bring about transparency and dash the interest of the customers. So someone has to label their dash posts. So let's see. Influencers, promoters, distributors, or advertisers. Influencers have to label their promotional posts in order to bring about transparency and safeguard the interest of the customers. Promoters had to label their social media posts in order to bring about transparency and incite the interest of the customers. Incite करना मतलब उसको उकसाना, गलत काम करने के लिए भड़काना. So this is not the correct word. When you are bringing about the transparency, you are not trying to incite people. So incite is a negative word, gone. Distributors had to label their Facebook posts. It's not talking about specifically Facebook, so I'm not going to entertain this option at all. Okay, multiply the interest of the customers. This is also not the right one. Advertisers have to label their commercials posts. This is also not right one. In order to bring about transparency and capture the interest of the customers, so advertisers have to label their commercials posts. ये word भी grammatically भी गलत आ रहा है. So answer will be A. Influencers have to label their promotional posts in order to bring about transparency and safeguard the interest of the customers. So 74th A is the right one. Similarly, you will have to read the sentences and then identify. Like working from home requires that you may have to put your dash life on dash. Some people find this very dash as they like to keep their work and home life separate. अब कुछ लोग इसको अच्छा नहीं लगता. वर्किंग फ्रॉम होम में क्या होगा, आपका कोई लाइफ जो होगी वो एकदम कोई प्राइवेसी नहीं रहेगी. कुछ लोगों को ये खराब लगता है बिकॉज वो अपनी वर्क लाइफ और होम लाइफ को अलग रखना चाहते हैं. लेकिन जब हम वर्क फ्रॉम होम करते हैं तो हमारी ये दोनों लाइफ एक हो जाती है. तो यहाँ पे क्या आएगा? इट इज working from home requires that you have to put your actual life on video. Some people find it an actual life on video. ये तो अजीब सा ही लग रहा है, actual life on video. आगे देखते हैं private life on screen. This goes with it. Family life on microscope, gone, absolutely wrong. Entire life on camera, entire life कौन कर रहा है? Work life और home life की बात कर रहे हैं. So it is Working from home requires that you may have to put your private life on screen. Some people find this very disconcerting. Disconcerting means upsetting, as they like to keep their work and home lives separate. So easily you can identify the options. अगर आप options के through भी जाते हो तो तीन options, तीन blanks दिए हुए, आप एक न एक blank से किसी न किसी option को eliminate करके एक right answer पे पहुंच सकते हो. Even if you get two options correct, एक word उसमें मिल जाएगा जो आप eliminate करके निकाल सकते हो. So this is purely based on understanding the statement, and yes, of course, you should know the meaning of the words. Although majorly the words are not that very difficult, but at times you might find words difficult, so you should know the vocabulary. You need to work upon the vocabulary anyhow, whether it is asked or not asked. So these questions I'll not be discussing more now. Still 79 these questions are there, so you can easily understand the approach and find out the answers. इसमें से हम कुछ कर सकते हैं, कुछ नहीं कर सकते, but definitely you should give it a try, because क्वेश्चंस के ऑप्शंस जो है वो इतने वर्ड्स डिफिकल्ट नहीं है. तो अगर हम सेंटेंसेस को पढ़ के आंसर कर सकते हैं तो आई कैन इजीली डू इट, बिकॉज अगर आप ऑप्शंस देखोगे तो इसमें वर्ड्स ऐसे नहीं है जो एक स्टूडेंट जो आईपीएम के लिए प्रिपेयर कर रहा है, ही माइट नॉट नो दीज वर्ड्स. सो दैट इज देयर. अब आता है ये क्वेश्चंस, इनको हम बोलते हैं करेक्ट सब्स्टिट्यूट वाले वर्ड्स. इसमें कभी कभी वर्ड गलत होता है, कभी कभी ग्रामेटिकल एरर भी होता है. हियर यू आर गिवन 4 सेंटेंसेस. इसमें 4 सेंटेंसेस में से 3 वर्ड्स आपको दिए रहेंगे जिनका मीनिंग एक निकलेगा. एक वर्ड आपको ढूंढना है जो इनकरेक्टली और इनअप्रोप्रिएटली यूज्ड है. these questions require purely an aptitude type of question है ये. इसमें कोई ऐसा नहीं है कि किसी को नॉलेज होगी वही कर सकता है. इट्स प्योरली एप्टीट्यूड बेस्ड क्वेश्चंस. आप इजीली अंडरस्टैंड कर सकते हो. ये वोकैबुलरी भी इनहैंस, वोकैबुलरी भी अच्छी होनी चाहिए इसमें, एंड ग्रामेटिकल नॉलेज भी कई बार अच्छी होनी चाहिए. सो 80th क्वेश्चन हम एक बार पढ़ के देखते हैं, बाकी के आई विल टेल यू द आंसर्स. ऑप्शन ए देखो, द म्यूजिशियन वुड हियर अ कॉर्ड इन हिज हेड एंड प्ले ईच नोट इंडिविजुअली. एक कॉर्ड होता है CORD कॉर्ड, इसको हम बोलते हैं होमोफोनस वर्ड्स. दैट इज these were there are two words which sound the same but they have a different spelling and a different meaning. So CORD कॉर्ड तो होती है रस्सी वाला कॉर्ड, और एक होता है म्यूजिक में जो हम कॉर्ड मेंटेन करते हैं, एक लय पे जो हम गाते हैं, एक रिदम पे जो हम गाते हैं, कॉर्ड मेंटेन करते हैं, उस स्पेलिंग होती है CHORD कॉर्ड. तो यहाँ पे म्यूजिशियन के कॉर्ड की बात कर रहा है, इसकी स्पेलिंग गलत दी हुई है. इट शुड बी CHORD कॉर्ड. बाकी के 3 कॉर्ड्स इज टीनेजर्स में फील टू नीड टू कट द अम्बिलिकल कॉर्ड ट्राइंग देम to their homes, tying them to their homes. Umbilical cord एक रस्सी होती है जो mother's womb में होती है, when the mother is tied to the women's placenta, और उसको निकालते टाइम उसको कट किया जाता है. तो ये umbilical cord उसी को पोर्ट्रे कर रहा है कि बच्चे जब अपने घरों से जुड़े हुए रहते हैं. तो दिस कॉर्ड इज लाइक अ टाइम पीस. सो दैट इज राइट. To keep the key safe, she wore it on a cord around her neck. That is there. Again, रस्सी जैसा ही हो गया. And he purchased a cord of wood from the market. This is also the kind of platter kind of a thing, wood from the market. This is also right. So A is a wrong word used here. It should be, the spelling should be CHORD cord. ठीक है. Next is, यहाँ पे कौन सा वाला ऑप्शन है देखो. इसमें यहाँ पे रिंग वाला यूज किया गया है. रिंग इज, वी ऑल नो व्हाट इज रिंग, लेकिन सेकेंड सेंटेंस में रिंग गलत यूज हो गया. इट शुड बी रिंस. ये ना तो कोई होमोफोनस वर्ड है ना कुछ है, ये वर्ड ही गलत यूज किया गया. दे वर ऑल सोकिंग वेट and their mother told them to rinse their clothes first and then put them out to dry. Washing machine में rinse होता है, उसकी spelling क्या होगी? RINSE, rinse. Wring their clothes नहीं होगा, rinse their clothes. So it's all, you all know it, but it's only how fast you can identify it. There's no such shortcut to it. इसमें कोई कॉन्सेप्ट या रूल या कुछ नहीं बता पाऊंगी मैं. यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड फ्रॉम द सेंटेंस, एंड रीडिंग द सेंटेंस ओनली यू कैन गेट इट. सो इट्स प्योरली नोइंग इट. अभी ये क्वेश्चन है, क्लाइमेटिक 3 वर्ड्स में दिया हुआ है, एंड लास्ट सेंटेंस रॉन्ग है. 82 का D, इट शुड बी क्लाइमैक्टिक. क्लाइमेटिक कंडीशंस वेदर कंडीशंस होती है जो हमारी होती है क्लाइमेट से रिलेटेड. क्लाइमैक्टिक इज रिलेटेड टू क्लाइमैक्स. CLIMAX, that is the end moment. Climax of the story is this. So the D में climatic moment बोल दिया है, that is wrong. Moments are not climatic. It is the climactic moment. CLIMACTIC होगा, not climatic moment. ठीक है, तो weather moment या climatic moment नहीं होता है, it's a climactic moment. Similarly, 3. It was full moon night and tide was high. टाइड ये लो टाइड हाई टाइड वाला टाइड है, तो आप स्पेलिंग देखो, ये अगेन होमोफोनस वर्ड है. ये टाइड तो मतलब जुड़ा हुआ होना, पक्का सा होना. एंड हम जब फुल मून नाइट है एंड हाई टाइड लो टाइड की बात कर रहे हैं, वेव्स की बात कर रहे हैं, तो स्पेलिंग शुड बी TIDE, टाइड. सो यू प्रोनाउंस द सेम, दे आर होमोफोनस वर्ड, बट दे हैव अ डिफरेंट स्पेलिंग एंड अ डिफरेंट मीनिंग, एंड दैट इज, यू कैन रीड इट एंड आइडेंटिफाई दैट. इसमें कोई again I'm telling you, it's not very something great we are doing it, it's all purely aptitude. एकदम से क्लिक कर जाएगा तो कर जाएगा, नहीं करेगा तो नहीं करेगा. एंड आई होप ये सारे वर्ड्स आपको क्लिक कर सकते हैं, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं आएगी. Then it is further questions. I live farther away from the college than all my classmates. If you need to further your career, this is not the right word. If you need to enhance your career, you should avoid all kind of distractions. Further your career या farther your career कोई word नहीं होता. Enhance your career. So C is the answer, which is word is inappropriately used. And fourth में क्या है? Grave allegations. Grave is used. Grave matter, serious matter. Mother's grave, that is also right. And fourth is wo grave, mother's grave is kabr जो होती है. And the pet dog could not come to, D में गलती है, the pet dog could not come to terms with his master's death and went to graveyard for him, not grave for him. कब्र में नहीं गया, कब्रिस्तान में गया for him, even refusing to eat for several days. So D is the option which is wrong over here. Now here, these comes a question of great importance. These are called as para jumbles. Now, when you approach these questions, you have to find out that you have to understand that here you have to use all areas of English. That is your reading comprehension concept, your verbal ability concept, your verbal reasoning concept, and a lot of usage of grammatical concept. ठीक है, रीडिंग कॉम्प्रिहेंशन के कॉन्सेप्ट को यूज करके आप पहले सेंटेंसेस को पढ़ के आइडिया निकालोगे कि टॉपिक किस पे बात कर रहा है. वंस यू आइडेंटिफाई द टॉपिक, देन यू हैव टू सी कि उसका इंट्रोडक्टरी स्टेटमेंट कौन सा होगा. फिर हमको लिंकिंग बैठानी है यूजिंग द ग्रामेटिकल कॉन्सेप्ट्स लाइक नाउन्स, प्रोनाउंस, कंजंक्शंस, प्रेपोजिशंस. मेजरली नाउन्स प्रोनाउंस का बहुत रूल होता है, कंजंक्शंस का भी बहुत रूल होता है. नाउन्स प्रोनाउंस में प्रोनाउंस देखो और फिर रिलेट करो कि ये किस नाउन के लिए यूज हो रहा है. व्हेन यू चूज द लिंकिंग, मान लो आपने 3, 2, 1, 4 किया, तो 3 और 2 में क्या लिंकिंग है. 2 के बाद अगर आप 1 कह रहे हो तो 2 के बाद 1 कैसे आया ये निकालना है, और 1 के बाद 4 कैसे आया ये निकालना है. तो आपस में ट्राई टू मेक अ लिंक बिटवीन द 2 स्टेटमेंट्स. सो लेट्स रीड दिस क्वेश्चन. 86 क्वेश्चन हम पढ़ते हैं. But the mutiny of Visakhapatnam predates this. Predates का मतलब vocabulary will always play a very important role. Predates मतलब क्या होता है, exist earlier, उसके पहले से ही थी. बट से स्टार्ट हो रहा है, मतलब कोई सेंटेंस में यहाँ फर्स्ट सेंटेंस बट से नहीं हो सकता, और बट बोल रहा है यानी इसका कुछ अपोजिट पहले बोला होगा, इसके बाद ये बोल रहा है. बट इज शोइंग सम कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन, इट्स अ कंजंक्शन. इंस्टेड ऑफ गोइंग अगेंस्ट देयर हीरोइक लीडर, देयर यूज कर रहा है यानी कोई प्लूरल प्रोनाउन यूज कर रहा है, मतलब ये किसी प्लूरल नाउन के लिए यूज किया गया है, तो नाउन वाला वर्ड पहले आना चाहिए. प्रोनाउन आ रहा है, आई डोंट नो किस नाउन के लिए यूज किया गया, तो सेकंड कैन नॉट बी माय फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट. इंस्टेड ऑफ गोइंग अगेंस्ट देयर हीरोइक लीडर, द sepoys attacked the British soldiers and managed to escape from the town. The Sepoy Mutiny of 1857 in the garrison town of Meerut is regarded as a first war of independence. Now, it's talking about mutiny in the first statement. It's talking about sepoys in the second statement. And Sepoy Mutiny, it is talking about, it is introducing the subject. It might be our first statement. Let's see when we read the fourth one, it will be clear to us. It happened in 1780. What happened in 1780? I don't know. It. Kya cheez happened? So fourth cannot be my answer. Something happened in 1780 when the British officers asked the local sepoys to join the fight against Hyder Ali. So first statement definitely will be my third one. The Sepoy Mutiny of 1857 in the garrison town of Meerut is regarded as the first war of independence. ठीक है, पहला वॉर ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंस कहलाता है सिपॉय म्यूटिनी ऑफ 1857. फिर आएगा वन, बट द म्यूटिनी ऑफ विशाखापट्टनम प्रीडेट्स दिस. पहले कह रहा था कि मेरठ का बोला जाता है फर्स्ट वॉर ऑफ इंडिपेंडेंस 1857, लेकिन ऑथर कह रहा है उसके बाद में, लेकिन विशाखापट्टनम की म्यूटिनी, सिपॉय म्यूटिनी ऑफ मेरठ तो बात किया था फर्स्ट वॉर, लेकिन ऑथर कह रहा है बट से कॉन्ट्रडिक्ट कर रहा है कि बट द म्यूटिनी ऑफ विशाखापट्टनम प्रीडेट्स दिस, मतलब इसके पहले से ही है, म्यूटिनी ऑफ मेरठ वाले से पहले से विशाखापट्टनम की है. सो 3 के बाद 1. फिर इट हैपेंड इन 1780. अब 1857 में हुआ था, प्रीडेट्स दिस मतलब इसके पहले ही हो चुका था, तो 1780 में हुआ था. It happened in 1780 when the British officers asked the local sepoys to join the fight against Hyder Ali. Instead of going against their heroic leader, किसका heroic leader? Local sepoys का. The sepoys attacked the British soldier. British ने कहा था कि तुम local sepoys को कि तुम join करो fight को हैदर अली के against में. Instead of joining against their heroic leader कौन हुआ? हैदर अली. उनके हीरोइक लीडर के अगेंस्ट में ज्वाइन करने की बजाय सिपॉइज ने क्या किया? उन ब्रिटिशर्स सोल्जर्स को ही अटैक कर दिया एंड मैनेज टू एस्केप फ्रॉम द टाउन. सो वेरी नाइसली इट इज गिवन. तो 3, 1, 4, 2 विल बी द राइट सीक्वेंस इन दिस केस. ठीक है, 3, 1, 4, 2 विल बी द राइट सीक्वेंस. नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन पे हम जाते हैं. 87, सेम केस. लेट्स रीड इट. Yet, even as TikTok delights consumers and advertisers, others believe the Sunny app has a dark side. पहली बात तो yet यूज कर रहा है, यानी एब्सोल्यूट किसी चीज का कॉन्ट्रडिक्शन बता रहा है. सो आई हैव टू सी कि पहले इसके अपोजिट में क्या बोला गया था. Yet even as TikTok delights customers, delight करता है, खुश करता है कंज्यूमर्स को और एडवर्टाइजर्स को, लेकिन कुछ लोग बिलीव करते हैं that the Sunny app मतलब ये TikTok का एक डार्क साइड भी है, खराब चीज भी है, इसका नेगेटिव साइड भी है. Since launching just 5 years ago, the app has brought a warm glow to its 1 billion plus users. The app यानी आर्टिकल the हम कब यूज करते हैं? When we talk about something in specific. So I need कि कौन से ऐप की बात कर रहा है, मुझे पता नहीं, तो second cannot be my first statement. The app has brought a warm glow to its 1 billion plus users as well as an icy dash of competition to the social media incumbents of Silicon Valley. ByteDance, its owner, has its headquarters in China, whose government is addicted to surveillance and propaganda, making it a worrying place for the media app to be placed. अब देखो ये डार्क साइड से रिलेट कर रहा है, कुछ नेगेटिव चीज से बता रहा है, मेकिंग इट वरिंग प्लेस. 1 और 3 का कुछ ना कुछ कनेक्शन है. लेट्स सी फोर्थ क्या कह रहा है. With its wholesome dancing and lip syncing videos, TikTok once built itself as the last sunny corner on the internet. अब आप देखो ये sunny corner बता रहा है. Sunny is bright, something which is glowing, sun के जैसा. तो स्टेटमेंट की स्टार्टिंग तो किससे होगी? 1 से होगी. टिकटॉक को इंट्रोड्यूस कर रहा है, सनी कॉर्नर बोल रहा है, तो सनी से रिलेट करता हुआ क्या आएगा? सेकेंड. सिंस लॉन्चिंग जस्ट 5 years ago, ये लॉन्च करने की बात किया. फिर 5 years ago में the app has brought a warm glow. So sunny corner, warm glow to its 1 billion plus users as well as an icy dash of competition to the social media incumbents of Silicon Valley. फिर अब इसका अपोजिट. अभी तक तो वार्म ग्लो ला रहा था, 1 बिलियन यूजर्स को खुश कर दिया, वार्म ग्लो लेके आया, ये आ गया, आईसी डैश लेके आया, कंपटीशन कर रहा है, सब अच्छा अच्छा बता रहा है. बट इसका अपोजिट क्या है? येट इवन एज टिकटॉक डिलाइट्स कंज्यूमर्स एंड एडवर्टाइजर्स, others believe the Sunny app has a dark side. Now, what is that? ByteDance, its owner, has its headquarters in China, whose government is addicted to surveillance and propaganda, making it a worrying place for the media app to be placed. So this is the dark side. This is a worrying case. So 4, 2, 1, 3 is the right sequence. So this is how you need to apply the construction of the verbs, the tenses, the tenses, the conjunctions, your nouns, pronoun strategy, your tones, कि कौन सी टोन में बात कर रहा है, सब चीजों का एप्लीकेशन होता है इन क्वेश्चंस को करने में. जस्ट बाय मैचिंग द वर्ड्स कि हाँ ये वर्ड मैच कर लिया, तो आपको एक हिंट मिल जाता है, बट यू कैन नॉट कंफर्म कि ये वर्ड मैच हो गया, चलो इसको लिंक कर देते हैं. दिस इज नॉट द राइट वे. यू हैव टू रीड इट, यू हैव टू मेक अ मीनिंगफुल पैराग्राफ. ऐसे कुछ भी नहीं कर देना है. नेक्स्ट, what is more shocking to observe is how often such strokes lead to death. Such मतलब कोई strokes हैं जिनके बारे में वो already बात कर चुका है. That is why it is written such strokes. So I need to find out कौन से strokes. When the body temperature rises, our vital organs swell and this causes death. One main reason for this is that क्या this क्या pronoun है this, किसके लिए use हो रहा है? So I cannot say कि third will be the first statement. One main reason for this is that people underestimate how badly heat can affect the body. Heat strokes have become more common in our country than ever before. So it is all talking about heat and heat strokes. So introducing statement कौन सा होगा जिसमें subject को introduce कर रहा है is fourth. So heat strokes have become more common in our country than ever before. अब more common मतलब और ज्यादा common हो गया, than comparison हो रहा है. Now it is 1. What is more shocking to observe is how often such strokes, now you can relate, heat strokes के लिए such strokes lead to death. Now what is the main reason? One main reason for this, किसका, this किसके लिए use हो रहा है? Now you can understand strokes that lead to death. One main reason for this is that people underestimate how badly heat can affect the body. This is why people underestimate, and that's why the stroke lead to death. When the body, now it is giving you an effect. When the body temperature rises, our vital organs swell, and this causes death. So 4, 1, 3, 2 is the right sequence here. ठीक है? So simple है, but tricky है. It's not that, मतलब it's not that difficult also, but it's not so very easy कि हाँ बिना पढ़े हम सोचेंगे कोई अक्कड़ बक्कड़ बम्बे बोल करके हम कर लेंगे. That is absolutely not possible. Next, so you have to give a proper reasoning to it. Once they reach a high altitude, ये they कौन है हमें नहीं पता. They is a pronoun, ये किसी plural noun के लिए use हो रहा है, तो I have to identify कि ये they किसके लिए use हो रहा है, उसके बाद में ये sentence आएगा. Once they reach a high altitude, they manage to travel all over the world. अब they कोई इंसान भी हो सकते हैं, कोई animals भी हो सकते हैं, कोई जानवर insects भी हो सकते हैं, कोई भी flowers भी हो सकता है, कुछ भी हो सकता है. Once they reach a high altitude, they manage to travel all over the world. An expert from the team explained that the bacteria usually lived on the surface of vegetation such as leaves. The wind carries them off the surface and into the atmosphere. A group of researchers was surprised to find that clouds had carried drug-resistant bacteria over a long distance. So, अभी हमने start में किससे करना है? सी थर्ड से भी सेंटेंस स्टार्ट नहीं हो सकता. विंड कैरीज देम ऑफ, कौन से देम है हमें पता नहीं. सेकेंड, an expert from the team explained that the bacteria usually lived on the surface of vegetation such as leaves. ये कौन से कहाँ के एक्सपर्ट आ गए, ये अचानक से कहाँ से एक्सपर्ट आ गए. So fourth will be the introductory statement. A group of researchers was surprised to find that clouds had carried drug-resistant bacteria over a long distance. क्लाउड जो बादल थे वो ड्रग रेजिस्टेंट बैक्टीरिया को लॉन्ग डिस्टेंस पे लेके आए. फिर 2, अब एन एक्सपर्ट फ्रॉम द टीम, किसकी टीम? अ ग्रुप ऑफ रिसर्चर्स के टीम को. एन एक्सपर्ट फ्रॉम द टीम एक्सप्लेन दैट द बैक्टीरिया यूजुअली लिव्ड ऑन द सरफेस ऑफ वेजिटेशन सच एज लीव्स. पहले वो सरफेस पे रहते थे. फिर क्या हुआ? 4 के बाद आ गया आपका 2. फिर कौन सा आया? 3. The wind carries them. अब पहले तो सरफेस पे रहते थे पत्तियों की, लीव्स की. The wind carries them off. Them कौन? Bacteria off the surface. Surface किसका? Leaves का surface of vegetation such as leaves. of the surface into the atmosphere. अब ऊपर चले गए एटमॉस्फेयर में. अब once they reach the high altitude, they कौन? The bacteria reach the high altitude, they manage to travel all over the world. Very nicely it is given. पहले group of researchers ने क्या find out किया, फिर long distance travel करते हैं, फिर expert ने बताया कि वो surface पे रहते हैं, फिर विंड उनको सरफेस से ऊपर ले जाती है एटमॉस्फेयर में, और एक बार जब वो ऊपर पहुंच जाते हैं तो फिर वो पूरे वर्ल्ड में ट्रैवल कर लेते हैं. सो 4, 2, 3, 1 is the right sequence. 4, 2, 3, 1. I hope you all are getting it. The last question. Let's read it. This instance highlights, this konsa, I don't know, konsa instance highlights how young people from different backgrounds can make important contributions to climate change. Participation in environmental education program can motivate children to act responsibly towards the environment. They were motivated. They कौन है हमें नहीं पता. They were motivated to act in ways that would help the environment, like using a reusable water bottle or refusing to use plastic straws. 600 elementary school children from varied social and linguistic groups participated in an ocean pollution education program. Ab first or third cannot be a right answer. ठीक है, फर्स्ट और थर्ड कैन नॉट बी राइट. क्या कैन नॉट बी द फर्स्ट स्टेटमेंट डेफिनेटली, बिकॉज इनमें प्रोनाउंस यूज है. सेकेंड और फोर्थ दोनों यूज हो सकते हैं. अब आपको यहां पे देखना है द बिगर पार्ट एंड द सब पार्ट. सबसेट जो होता है छोटा वाला पार्ट और उसका बड़ा वाला पार्ट, बड़े के अंदर छोटा आता है. तो एनवायरमेंटल एजुकेशन प्रोग्राम्स एक है और दूसरा है ओशन पोल्यूशन एजुकेशन प्रोग्राम. एनवायरमेंटल एजुकेशन प्रोग्राम इज अ बिगर वर्जन और उसका सब पार्ट होगा ओशन पोल्यूशन एजुकेशन प्रोग्राम. So it might seem for us कि fourth can be the first statement, but fourth और second को साथ में रखोगे तो bigger version is the environmental education program and the sub part is the ocean pollution education program. So second is the first statement. Participation in environmental education programs can motivate children to act responsibly towards the environment. Now उसका example दे रहा है 600 elementary school children from varied school and linguistic groups participated in an ocean pollution education program. इसको support करता हुआ ये statement है, supporting argument है. फिर they were motivated, ये दो कौन है? Children के. When they were participate किया इन्होंने ocean pollution program को, तो they were motivated to act in ways that would help the environment, like using a reusable water bottle or refusing to use plastic straws. So they were there. This instance highlights, now this instance when they were, how they were motivated to help the environment, this instance highlights how young people, these children, how young people from different backgrounds, varied social and linguistic groups can make important contributions to the climate change. So very nicely written. 2, 4, 3, 1 will be the right sequence. अब देखो अगर आप इसको पढ़ के नहीं करोगे, समझोगे नहीं, if you are not giving time, so you might end up in writing the wrong statements and wrong options. आपने wrong combinations एक भी बना दिया, 2, 4 की जगह 2, 3, 4, 1 कर दिया, 2, 3, 1, 4 कर दिया, तो ये गलत हो जाएगा बिल्कुल. So you have to be very smart to understand the concepts. Here, subtly, you have to use all the areas of English. That is your reading comprehension से आप introductory statement निकालोगे. फिर grammar को use करना आपको बहुत fully, इसमें grammar का utilization होगा, specifically nouns, pronouns, articles and conjunctions. And reasoning आपकी strong होनी चाहिए कि linking कैसे करना है वो होना चाहिए. And definitely vocabulary will always play a part in all the section of overall पूरे section में. Directly or indirectly, vocabulary is always and always going to play a part, whether it is asked or not asked. Irrespective of that, you need to enhance your word power to the maximum extent, as much as you can work upon the words. You don't need to learn the words, but you need to develop an acquaintance towards the words. Acquaintance, familiarity होनी बहुत जरूरी है. इतना भी हो जाए कि ये word मैंने कहीं सुना हुआ है, कहीं पढ़ा है, कहीं देखा है, you will be able to do the answers because contextually आपको meaning पता होना चाहिए. ठीक है? So I hope these 45 questions were there, and approximately आप 35 to 40 questions आप आराम से इसमें attempt कर सकते हो, including like reading comprehension questions आप आराम से सारे questions कर सकते हो. आई थिंक पैरा जम्बल्स वाले भी हम ट्राई आउट करें तो 5 में से 2 या 3 तो हम आराम से कर सकते हैं. I can easily do those questions based on fill in the blanks. Questions भी आप आराम से कर सकते थे. जो वर्ड रिप्लेसमेंट वाले थे, जो वर्ड गलत यूज किया गया, उसमें भी अगर आपको थोड़ा सा भी नॉलेज हो, बेसिक चीजें उसमें कॉर्ड कॉर्ड टाइड टाइड, इट्स नॉट दैट यू डोंट नो इट. इफ यू डू इट यू कैन इजीली फाइंड आउट द आंसर्स. आप आराम से आंसर्स कर सकते हो. एक थोड़ा सा प्रॉब्लमेटिक होगा, हो सकता, वो ग्रामर वाले क्वेश्चंस जो थे दे वर आल्सो क्वाइट इजी, डुएबल क्वेश्चंस थे, आपको आराम से उसमें से कर सकते थे. सो आइडियली द पेपर रिक्वायर्स अ गुड नंबर ऑफ अटेम्प्ट्स बिकॉज द क्वेश्चन पेपर वाज इजी. If the paper is difficult, you might feel it when you feel that the paper seems to be difficult, you have to apply your brains, you have to apply your aptitude at that point only, and you have to reduce the attempts. But considering this level of paper, if it is there, you have to definitely enhance your number of attempts, because अगर आपने attempts इसमें कम किए तो आपके कट ऑफ क्लियर नहीं होगा. एंड इंग्लिश में कट ऑफ काफी हाई जा रहा है, तो आपको मार्जिन रखना पड़ेगा कि मैं 38 टू 35 टू 40 क्वेश्चंस करूंगे, उसमें से भी 5-7 गलत हो जाएंगे, तभी मेरा स्कोर वो 120 के करीब पहुंचेगा. सो यू हैव टू बी वेरी कंसिडरेट. अब ये कोई बना के नहीं जाना है कि आई हैव टू अटेम्प्ट दीज मेनी ओनली. You have to make it, you have to analyze on the basis, on the D-Day only, you have to analyze on the basis of the level of paper. And itne questions practice karne ke baad, you can easily make out if the paper is easy for you, it is easy for everyone. If the paper is difficult for you, it is difficult for everyone, and you have to take the decision at that moment कि मेरे को क्या करना है यहाँ पे. ये sense of decision making you should start developing. Start giving a lot of mocks. That will make you understand कि किस तरह से हमें पेपर को अटेम्प्ट करना चाहिए. Clear? So we'll be ending the session here. Hope you all got it. Thank you.